The weaver of dreams, the sun rises over a Sindhi village near the river Indus. Women fetch water in clay pots. Men guide oxen through fields, and colorful rilly quilts hang on lines. Inside a mud house, Noor, a 16-year-old girl, sits cross-legged, stitching embroidery on a piece of cloth. Her fingers move swiftly, creating peacocks and floral patterns. Her grandmother, Dadi, watches proudly. Dadi, Allah has given you a gift, Noor. Your hands weave dreams into fabric. Noor smiles shyly, hiding the cloth as her father, Rashid, enters. He looks stern. Rashid, Noor, enough with this nonsense. Girls belong in the kitchen, not with needles and threads. Tomorrow, you'll marry into a decent house. That is your future. Noor lowers her eyes, her embroidery trembling in her lap. Scene 2. Noor's secret dream. That night, Noor lies awake under the open sky, staring at the stars. Her younger brother, Imran, whispers beside her, Imran, Noor, why do you always stitch at night? Noor, softly. Because when I stitch, I feel like I'm telling stories the world has never seen. She holds up a piece of cloth against the moonlight-in embroidered skyline of Karachi, though she has never been there. Noor, one day I will go to the city. One day the world will see my designs. Scene 3, Market Day. The village buzzes with market activity, spices, bangles, and embroidered clothes for sale. Noor and Dodi secretly take her work to a cloth seller, Chacha Karim. Chacha Karim amazed Noor this work. It looks like it belongs in a boutique, not a bazaar. I'll pay you well. As he lays down money, Rashid suddenly appears. He sees the embroidery. His face darkens with rage. Rashid furious, selling cloth like a beggar. This is shameful. Come home now. He tears the cloth from Chacha Karim's stall and drags Noor away, leaving her humiliated. Scene 4. The grandmother's blessing later. Dadi comforts Noor, stroking her hair. Dadi whispering, your father doesn't see it, but your talent is Allah's of Manat. Do not give up. One day, your needle will take you further than you imagine. She presses a small old sewing needle into Noor's palm. Dadi, this belonged to my mother. Keep it close, it will guide you. Noor clutches it like a treasure. Scene 5. The stranger from Karachi. Weeks later, a charity group visits the village to distribute school books. Among them is Sarah Malik, a young woman from Karachi dressed in modern clothes. She notices Noor's embroidery drying on a line. Sarah in awe. Who stitched this? Noor hesitates, then admits it's hers. Sarah's eyes widen. Sarah, these designs are stunning. Have you ever thought of becoming a fashion designer? Noor looks at her blankly. Noor, fashion, designer. Sarah smiles warmly. Sarah, yes, someone who turns imagination into clothes. In Karachi, people would pay thousands for your work. Sarah offers to take one of Noor's pieces back to Karachi to show her contacts. Noor's heart races, but Rashid storms in again. Rashid, yelling, Noor will not leave this village. She has no need for big city dreams. Noor lowers her head, crushed. But when Sarah leaves, Dadi secretly hands Noor a slip of paper, Dadi whispering, this is Sarah's number. One day, you must call her. One day, you must choose your dream. The scene closes with Noor holding the paper close, her eyes burning with determination. The village sleeps under the silence of night. Inside her small mud-walled room, Noor sits by a dim lantern, stitching furiously. Every thread carries a story. Vibrant peacocks, truck art colors, Cynthia drop patterns. Her hands move like magic. Imran whispering, "Sleepy? Noor, you'll get caught." Noor, focused. "Dreams don't sleep, Imran. If Abba finds out, he'll burn my work. I have to finish this piece before dawn." The lantern flickers, but her eyes glow with fire. Next morning, Dadi takes Noor's finished embroidery to Chacha Karim in the bazaar. Chacha Karim, grinning. "This work is gold. A boutique owner in Hyderabad would pay triple for these." He hands over money. Dadi hides it in her dupatta, whispering, "Dadi, this is not for food, Noor. This is your ticket to Karachi one day." But outside, a nosy villager spots them and mutters, "Rashid Ki Betty, selling embroidery in secret. Shame, shame." The rumor begins to spread. That evening, Rashid storms in, furious. Rashid shouted, "Enough of this nonsense. My daughter will not become a tailor for bazaar. From tomorrow, Noor, you will not touch needle or thread again." He snatches her embroidery and throws it into the fire. Noor's eyes fill with tears as her precious work turns to ash. But Dadi grips her shoulder firmly. Dadi whispering, "Let him burn cloth, Betty. He cannot burn your hands. He cannot burn your dream." Scene 10. The letter from Karachi. Days later, Sarah Malik returns to the village, this time with an envelope. She meets Noor secretly near the well. Sarah smiling, "Noor, I showed your embroidery to my fashion mentor in Karachi. She says your work has potential. Here's her letter. She wants to meet you." Noor clutches the letter, her hands trembling with joy. But then her face falls. Noor whispering, "Abba will never allow me. He says a girl's place is only in the home." Sarah leans closer, Sarah encouraging, "Sometimes you must take one step yourself, and the world will open doors. Karachi is waiting for you." Late at night, Noor whispers to Dadi, Noor's Dadi, "If I go to Karachi, Abba will never forgive me. But if I stay, I will die with my dream inside me." Dadi looks at her, eyes moist but determined. "Dadi, go, Betty. Allah protects those who protect their gifts. Take this sewing needle. It has guided generations of women in our family. Now it will guide you." She presses a small pouch of saved money into Noor's hand. "Daddy, when your dream becomes light for others, even your father will forgive you." At dawn, Noor quietly boards a rickety bus heading toward Karachi. The village shrinks behind her as dust rises on the road. Through the window, she sees Dodi standing at the edge of the fields, hand raised in silent. Noor whispers to herself, "Noor, yeah, let this journey take me to the world where my hands can speak." The bus rattles forward, carrying her from her small village into the chaos of the big city. And so, with nothing but a needle, a dream, and her grandmother's blessings, Noor left the world she knew to find the world she imagined. The bus screeches into Sadar bus stand. Karachi overwhelms Noor immediately. Hawkers shouting, "Enda Parata, Chiga." Horns blaring from buses painted with truck art. Skyscrapers rising behind old colonial buildings. Noor clutches her small bundle of clothes and embroidery threads tightly, eyes wide with fear and excitement. Sarah Malik waits, waving. Sarah, Noor. Welcome to Karachi, the city of dreams and of tests. They weave through the crowd toward Sarah's small apartment. Noor whispering in awe. So many people. It feels like every star in the sky has fallen here. Sarah takes Noor to a boutique owned by Madame Feroza, a well-known Karachi designer. The boutique dazzles mannequins draped in shimmering lehengas. Tailors working on sleek sewing machines. Walls lined with fabrics from Paris and Lahore. Madame Feroza studies Noor's embroidery sample. Madame Feroza coldly. This is neat, but too raw. The city does not want peacocks and we need modern designs, minimalist, chic, global. She tosses the cloth back dismissively. Noor's heart sinks. Noor, quietly. But these are my stories. My village, my colors. Madame Feroza shaking her head. Stories don't sell, child. Fashion is about market trends, not memories. Noor lowers her gaze, crushed. Noor begins working as an unpaid apprentice, sweeping floors, fetching tea, and cutting loose threads. The city feels harsh. Landlords demanding high rent, men staring when she walks alone, sleepless nights missing her deity's warmth. One evening, she sits on the balcony, hands trembling, holding the sewing needle Dadi gave her, Noor to herself. Maybe Abba was right. Maybe a girl like me does not belong here. A tear falls on the cloth in her lap. A young tailor at the boutique. Bilal notices Noor's sadness. He watches her secretly stitching a flower motif on scrap fabric during lunch break. Bilal amazed. Noor, this is incredible. Why do you hide this? Noor sadly. Madame Feroza says it is useless. Too backward. Bilal firmly. She is blind then. This is the soul of Pakistan. One day, these patterns will be on the ramp, and you will be the one to show them. Encouraged, Noor begins stitching at night again, secretly creating full designs on fabric pieces. One day, Madame Feroza's boutique faces a crisis. A client demands an urgent bridal dupatta, but the original embroidery team has failed to deliver. Bilal quietly pushes Noor forward. Bilal, to Madam. Why not let Noor try? She has magic in her hands. Madame Feroza hesitates, then snaps. Fine. But if she ruins this, she's out. Noor takes the cloth, her hands trembling. She works all night, weaving patterns of blooming lotuses with silver thread inspired by the river back in her village. By dawn, the dupatta glistens with breathtaking beauty. The wealthy bride arrives. She gasps as she sees Noor's bride excited. This is unlike anything I've seen before. It's traditional, but alive. Who made this? Madame Feroza hesitates, then grudgingly admits, that girl, Noor. The bride smiles at Noor warmly. Bride, You have a gift, Betty. Don't ever stop. For the first time, Noor feels validation in Karachi. Bilal gives her a proud smile from the corner. In that single moment, Noor's ashes of doubt turned into sparks of hope. After the bridal dupatta success, Noor slowly gains trust. Clients start asking for the girl from the village to stitch their pieces. Madame Feroza, still proud, doesn't openly praise Noor, but begins giving her more embroidery tasks. Sarah visits the boutique. Sarah, smiling. I knew Karachi would hear your voice one day. This is just the beginning. Noor's heart glows with gratitude. One afternoon, an email arrives at the boutique. Pakistan Fashion Week Karachi. Call for emerging designers. Madame Feroza dismisses it. Madame Feroza scoffing. These village patterns won't fit on a ramp full of models and cameras. Bilal looks at Noor. Bilal encouraging. Why not you, Noor? Why not now? Noor hesitates, clutching the sewing needle Dottie gave her. Noor whispering, yes, why not me? Noor begins preparing secretly at night. With scraps of fabric and borrowed threads, she designs a collection called The River and the Desert. Flowing blues like the Indus, bright reds like Cindy Truck art, golden embroidery inspired by desert sunsets. Imran sends her sketches from the village. Dottie encourages her over crackly phone calls. Dottie, over phone. Betty, stitch with your heart. The world will see the hands Allah has blessed you with. Fashion Week arrives. Noor, trembling, watches models step out in glittering gowns. Her collection is the last to show. Backstage, another designer sneers, designer mocking. A village girl on this ramp. People will laugh. Noor holds her sewing needle tight, whispering adore. As the music begins, models walk out draped in her designs: peacock blues, bedrock reds, golden lotus patterns. The crowd gasps. Cameras flash. Commentator, ladies and gentlemen, a debut that blends Pakistan Esrol soul with modern fashion. Noor S River and the Desert collection. The hall erupts in applause. Some stand to clap. Tears stream down Noor's face backstage. In the village, Rashid sits with neighbors watching Fashion Week highlights on TV. Suddenly, Noor appears on screen, bowing shyly as the crowd cheers. The neighbors whisper, Rashid's daughter. On television, Subhanallah, what talent. Rashid's hands tremble as he watches. For the first time, pride melts his stern face. He whispers softly, Rashid, my Noor, you carried our village into the world. Backstage after the show, reporters surround Noor. Reporter, what message do you have for young girls in Pakistan? Noor smiles, holding up her old needle. Noor, this needle built my destiny. Every girl has a gift, whether it is a needle, a pen, or a dream. Do not let anyone burn it. Stitch your path with courage, and you will weave miracles. Little girls in Sindh learning embroidery with new pride. Mothers smiling as daughters design clothes. Fathers taking daughters to schools and workshops. In a country of colors and courage, one girl's needle stitched not just cloth, but hope. Noor, the weaver of dreams, showed that Pakistan's daughters can shine in every corner of the world. The screen fades to the chant. Crowd echoing, Pakistan ki beti. Pakistan ki beti.